under this blue, let's have it right. Up the Chelsea, up the Minerals FC, let's go. Have it right, Minerals FC. You got the Minerals, yeah? Love it. Got the Minerals, TT.
Hey, Johnny's got the fucking Minerals, mate.
So have it right, up the Chelsea, up the Minerals FC. Big up to every single one of you live and locked in tonight. I hope everyone is doing well and everyone's winning and throwing the mud everywhere on the owners at Chelsea Football Club. I hope everyone is landing it. I hope everyone is good. Big up to everyone with mental health. I hope everyone is good. Get in the chat, guys. First and foremost, guys, smash to piece that like button. If you haven't smashed it already, smash it to pieces. Smash it like Boehly's missus, bruv. Let's have it right. Hit that like button. If you haven't subscribed to Minerals FC, I want you all to subscribe to Minerals FC. We're on the road to 6K and we're getting very, very close. So big up to every single one of you. We've got the notification bell, ding dong. Let's have it right. All that jazz. And we've got the Minerals FC membership, which is pinned at the top of the live chat and down below in the description. As always, guys, as always. So, hit that like button. Very important, guys. Smash that like button. You know, likes is a like. And some people get their knickers in a twist about likes, asking for likes, but costs you nothing. Let's have it right. Costs you nothing. So what are you bitching about? Come on, let's go. Daily merchants everywhere, bruv. All right, so let's see who's in the chat. I want to see, get in the chat, guys. I want to see who's in here. Big up to Leo, my geezer. Big up to Rorio. He says Epstein FC. Blow pound note FC. Big up to you. Big up to Bartek Minerals. He said big up Minerals Ultras. And Johnny, let's have it right. Big up to Dino. He says big up Johnny every time. Up the Chelsea, up Minerals FC. Realist voice for our Chelsea. Big up to you. Big up to Mr. Minerals Medina. Johnny's in here. Big up to you. Big up to Jermaine Jones. We've got Nick in here. Big up to Nick. Big up to Top Bins, my geezer, the gift that keeps giving. They buy an elite club that needs tweaking and managed to completely fuck it up to the point the guys basically confirmed they ain't got a fucking clue what to do. Minerals landed. Top Bins always lands it. Big up to Cursor in here. Big up to Bill Boy. Big up to Patrick Bateman. Big up to Neil, my geezer. I hope you're doing well. Big up Johnny and all the Minerals Ultras. We see things the owners ain't got a fucking clue, bro. Let's have it right up the Chels. Big up to CFC Fan 1. He says, I built a shed in the woods for Boehly and co. I can't have them wandering in the woods. They might find a way out. Oh, that's elite. That is elite. That is top notch. Top notch. Big up to CFC Fan. What a legendary comment. Land your minerals in the chat, guys. The chat is where it all happens. This is what the golden minerals. You dig them out, bruv. You dig them out. Big up to Shano in here, Captain Crunch. He says, up the Chelsea, up the Minerals FC, down with Boehly and his missus. Let's have it right. Yeah. Henry Danger's in here. He says, up the Minerals. We got the special one, Big Al, Mike Geezer, my member as well. Big up to you. Big up to Chambers. Big up to Anna Chelsea. Come on, Anna. Land it. Bazyan's in here. Devon's in here. We've got H Talks Chelsea. Go and subscribe to H Talks Chelsea's channel as well, guys. Go and support his YouTube channel. Big up to Mike. Chelsea Anorak. We got Josh in here landing it. We got British Patriot Mike Geezer. Big up to you. I'm well. I hope you're well. We got Chelsea Old Boys. Let's have it right. Up the Minerals FC. Is that the real Chelsea Old Boys? Is that someone else? We don't know. Big up to Super Blues. We got Joseph's in here. Tandeezy. Big up to you. Fucking hell, you're not holding back, are you? Who else is here? Richard Evans, Nathan Wall, Okizar. Loads of you in here, bruv. Loads of you. Big up to Stretters. He says, let's have it right, Johnny. Some shocking stats flying everywhere, bruv. There's not even stats flying everywhere. It's going to be mud flying everywhere. It's going to be a mud fest tonight. Derek Jones is in here. We've got Danny Gray. Who else is in here? We've got Peter North. Tony Tiger. Big up to Tony Tiger. Big up to the Bartek Minerals, bruv. He's always landing it in here. We got who else is in here? MWV, big up to you, up the Chelsea. All you guys get in the chat. Make sure you smash to pieces that like button. I want every single one of you. We've got over 100 of you in here. All of you smash the likes. We're going to go up and up and up. We're going to land it tonight. Tonight is going to be a fantastic show. I hope you're ready. We got so much to delve into. I didn't stream, I don't know, maybe 2 days now. I think it's been a couple of days. I needed a break. I went on some Twitter Spaces and we landed on Twitter Spaces. They're recorded as well. So if you're on Twitter, you can go onto my timeline. It's not that far down. And if you want to listen to more, like a podcast of just me landing it, there's one that's about 3 hours and there's another one that's about an hour and a half or whatever. So go and delve into that if you've got the time. We got who else is in here? Matt Falcon as well. Wet is in here. Forza's in here. Big up to you guys. So as always, as tradition on the Minerals FC, we see things they'll never see. This is a gentle reminder, a lovely reminder to all the Minerals FC ultras, which we all know what this is all about, but mainly to the ownership, Boehly, Barley, Weiss, all the directors there at Chelsea Football Club need to understand what we are and who we are as a football club. Let's have it right. Because right now we got clowns, we got circuses, we got everything happening at our football club, all for the wrong reasons. Yeah, all for the wrong reasons. Jokers galore. Big up to my member as well. He goes, I listened back on 1.25 speed. Wow. Fair play, bruv. Big up to Dominic, my geezer. Big up to Dominic in here. Immortal Technique as well. I can see you all in here. Big up to everyone, guys. All my geezers, all my ladies and gents in the chat. I hope everyone is doing well. Everyone that's watching is having a good day. He's had a decent week. We're Friday. We've got a game tomorrow. We don't know what to expect. Is it going to be a 007 for Super Frank? Or are we actually going to get a point on the board or 3 points? Are we going to be able to score a goal? Are we going to have any patterns of play? The same old narratives, the same old conversations. What's going to happen at Chelsea Football Club? What's going to happen? Are we getting relegated, bro? I can't believe I'm even saying this. Big up to CFC Finland. Big up to Foot Outlaw as well. Nathan Landit, bruv. Foot Park FC. Big up to you guys. Big up to everyone in here. So, let's land it. British Patriot's not wrong. He says, Johnny, man, if we lose to Bournemouth, we need protests. I just can't keep putting up with this shite. No one can. It's almost like we're all numb from it. But do you know what it is? We as supporters, we need to keep fighting the good fight. We need to keep putting out the true narrative. And I'm starting to see some platforms, and the mainstream platforms, the mainstream pundits, ones with a platform are actually starting to land the Minerals now. And we're going to delve into that because the message is loud and clear. Everyone knows that they're clowns. Everyone knows that Chelsea Football Club's been a circus this season. We are the worst team in Europe right now that spent the most money, has probably one of the most talented squads in Europe, and we are the worst. And we've gone through 3 gaffers. If you count Bruno Mars, that's 4 for his 1-game stint. That's a lot of things that have gone wrong. A lot of things that have gone wrong. Big up to Wads, my member. Big up to you. Lovely to see you in here. Big up to all you guys. So, where shall we start, guys? Let's land it. Let's land it, bro. Let's land it. So let me get the Twitter up. Let me get the Twitter up. And let's go straight in. Let's go straight in. Let me just take that off 1 sec. Don't have to see this. Let me do this. Let's get it up. We're going to start with, what should we start with? There's a lot to start with, to be honest with you. But I think we'll go to the horse's head, bruv. Let's go there. So I put this up yesterday. And it's funny because this guy, 10% merchant that he is the one that is always in the publicity, always in the public eye, always in front of the media. And now we've got Boehly doing it at NBA games with Boehly at the Lakers. They love it. They can't get enough of it. It's like they're the celebrities of the town. You know, they love it. They can't lap it up enough. And this is the problem we have at Chelsea, is that they need to stop mucking around being celebrities and actually do their job and run our club the way it should be run, as an elite football club and not as a circus. So we're going to land it. We're going to land it on the 10% merchant himself, the clown himself, Todd Lasso. Let's have it right. Todd Lasso. We're going to land it on him because this guy, mate, let's hear what he's got to say. Let's hear what he's got to say, guys. And let's dissect it. Let's go.
Surprised you about this experience?
It's such a global sport. And unlike in the US, there's no unions. So there's a market for top players in every country in the world. And each one of those markets is different. You've got the Portuguese market and the French market and the English market. You know, the ability to go to these markets. And then, of course, obviously, you have to build a team. And
hold on a minute. Well, isn't like baseball and basketball a global market? Do they only buy American players, bruv? Or are they going to different countries? Maybe not as much as football, but they're still going out. It's still same structure, right? Same blueprint. Just it's applied to a different model and sport. Interestingly, I say a different model because baseball is a different model. NBA is a different model. The way it's structured, the sport itself is completely different than football. But it's no surprise that you've worked out what now is such a global and big market that football, you can go into the French market, you can go to Portuguese market. Well, no shit, Sherlock. I mean, wake up, fella. What are you doing? What is this? What's this gibberish? It's all dribble to me about markets.
your coach is the conductor of the team.
Interesting. So your coach is the conductor of the team, but you don't let that coach conduct because you're conducting. So have it right. You and Boehly are conducting, going to training ground sessions consistently, building the rat tunnel to the dressing room, going to the dressing room, dictating before and after games, and probably under Jellyfish Potter, you were going in at half time as well. Who knows? Yeah. Only the players know, and only the gaffer knows, and the backroom staff. But you're meant to give the keys to the coach, right? And I don't like the word coach, yeah? We need a gaffer. There's a difference between a coach and a gaffer, right? A gaffer can coach, and he knows about managing. But you don't want that. You want a coach. You want a developing coach, a coach that can develop players. Hence why we're linked with Bottle Job Pochettino, who, by the way, he's gone missing. We don't know. It's like, where's Wally? Where is he, bruv? Is he in the woods? Is he hiding? What's going on, bruv? Yeah. So let the gaffer do their job. How about that? Because you're not doing that.
So I think there's a lot that we've learned about the different markets, the global aspect of it all. And as you said, the fans are demanding.
Well, do you know why we're demanding? Because we had our GOAT, Roman Abramovich, who came to our football club, instantly employed Peter Kenyon, something you called a football director, and instantly started the process with footballing brains and professionals in the game that know the industry, that have the connections, that have the knowledge, that can give the advice to Roman. That's why Roman is cut on a level that you will never, ever get to. You and Ed Barley will never get to Roman Abramovich's level. You'll never win what Roman Abramovich has won. You'll never win it all. Yeah. You ain't got the model. You haven't got the mindset. You haven't got the mentality. You want all the power and want to call all the shots and put all these so-called experienced heads in place, but not actually use them and just have them there as a face so that you can dictate what goes on at our football club. And this is a major problem at Chelsea with these owners. And I'm not just talking about Boehly, guys. I'm talking about Igbali as well. I look at them as a two-headed snake. They are together. And Wise is that one that's carrying the beer bottles. Let's have it right.
And, they want to win. And we get that. We want to win.
Well, you say you want to win, but this whole season, if you wanted to win, you would have kept Thomas Tuchel. Fact. You would have backed Thomas Tuchel. Fact. You would have given him the keys, taken his advice. But instead, what did you go and do? You force-fed Ronaldo. You wanted to go in the dressing room. You wanted to dictate Pulisic to be played to him, other players to be played. You wanted to dictate and collaborate. But that's not a collaboration. What you want isn't a collaboration, it's a dictatorship. And you're the dictator with Igbali. That's where the false narrative gets pushed out by the brown envelopes to all the supporters. And the supporters are demanding because we've been used to winning for 23, even before Roman, we were winning. We were already winning Cup Winners' Cup, FA Cups and all that. Yeah. But with Roman, we dominated. We're the most successful team in England for the last 23 years. And he's won every trophy that can be won and multiple times as well. So therefore, why have you come in, sabotaged us, and you expect us to not come at you, not throw the mud, not get the diggers out, not get you in the woods? What are you talking about? Like, what delusion is this? You have to accept that you've made the biggest mistake in football and you've only been here 5 minutes. You need to back off the coach, as you call it, the commander of the team. Yeah. You need to back off the buying strategy. You need to back off what players to buy. And that should be the commander of the team's choice. You should collaborate and get a fucking director of football in place that can liaise like we had with Petr Cech and Thomas Tuchel, which I'll go on to explain, because Thomas Tuchel explained how important, how vital Petr Cech was with the relationship between Tuchel, Cech, and the board, and to make decisions and have a clear identity and have an ideology of where they want to go forward under Roman Abramovich and as a team, as a club, and the team itself. There's none of this structure. It's all snakes and ladders. It's media manipulation. It's PR. The PR machines are a McDonald's Happy Meal. Let's have it right. And everyone's buying into it. But now you can't buy into it because we're sitting 12th. We're above relegation. We're into our third manager this season. All decisions have been wrong. All transfers have been wrong pretty much. So we keep moving.
I think our view, though, was that this is a long-term project And, we're committed to the long term.
Right. It's a long-term project is all we hear, and they're committed to it. So, guys, I want everyone to understand something here. They are not budging from this project. Now, the project and the process there's nothing mentioned about being dominant, about competing with Manchester City in football terms. There's nothing in football terms to say that the ambition is to make Chelsea the best team in England as quick as possible. Yeah, there's none of this being spoken. It's a long-term process. Why is it long-term process? Because what they're doing is they're going into delving into different markets, making bets in different continents for young players. And these young players are going to come to Chelsea using our elite name, our elite club, the huge club that we are, to entice these young talents to come to our football club on low wages, on long contracts, so that financially that the club is protected, the owners are protected, they're protecting their investment. And they want a coach, a so-called commander, to come in and develop these players. So that's why it's a long-term process, because the players you're bringing in, like we've seen in the last, couple of days, we've got another 18-year-old from Watford or Norwich, wherever it is. We've got another guy from Benfica in the Portuguese league who's 18 years old. We've got Santos who's just turned 80. We've got all these young 18-year-olds coming into the football club. Well, they don't just become prime players overnight. You're talking years of development, years of experience and training and coaching. How much time do you think we got? This is where the process is going. The model is a Red Bull model. And Red Bull have only been in existence for 15 years. And we are taking that model, which Boehly, quote unquote, has said it's a fabulous model. They make a lot of money, 100 million here, there. Great market. They delve into all the markets. They buy the young talent, great data. That's all they go on is data FC. There's nothing of buying experienced elite players, ready-made players to integrate in a team. This is what's happening at Chelsea. So when he says that little sentence there, we're very much focused on the long-term project. It's a long-term project. What I've just said is the project. Now, you telling me that all the supporters understand what he's saying? Because I don't think they do. Are you happy to not be in the Champions League for 2-3 years? Are you maybe longer? Are you happy to not compete at the highest level for 4 years, 5 years until these players are developed? Because we're getting rid of all our experienced players and all our senior generals. Yeah. This is what's happening at Chelsea. All right. Unless they change their model and they actually adapt it to an elite gaffer who wants to win now, but at the same time will instill future projection. There's none of this spoken of. This is the concerning facts.
And we very much believe that we're going to figure it out.
They're going to figure it out. It's very simple what to figure out. It's very simple. You sack off Vincent Kompany, Angie, Pochettino, and you go and employ an elite gaffer that's proven and a winner. And you show your intent to the supporters. You show your intent and your ambition. So when I say figure it out, it's very simple. You go and get, as my subtitle says, go and bring us Luis Enrique, an elite gaffer, a brand of football, a philosophy, a culture, the beautiful game. And he can coach and he can manage. But you, Boehly and Boehly, have to give him the keys. You have to let him command the dressing room. You have to let him command the training ground. You have to listen to his transfer targets, who he wants, what profile player he wants. You have to take these and drink these minerals in. Because if you don't, which is what you're doing now, you're doing the opposite to what I'm saying now. And that's why we're in the absolute kerfuffle that we're in. If you do that and you stay at the dressing room and you accept the clause of not entering dressing room because this ain't baseball, this ain't your culture, this is the Premier League, this is the best league, the most prestigious league and sport in the world. And you should be honoured with Boehly and Weiss and a consortium. You should be honoured to have been able to take our football club from Roman Abramovich, because Roman never wanted you lot to take this take the ownership. Let's have it right. He would never sell to an American. Anyone who tells you that, you're a long way from Starbucks. He was forced, Rain Group, American that they are, they dealt the cards. And they dealt Chelsea supporters the shit cards, a shit hand. And that's what we've been dealt, guys. So we as supporters need to wake up, smell the Enrique, land the minerals, get your diggers out, and understand that these guys are PR merchants. Everything he's saying here, we are landing it, we are dissecting it, and we're cutting him up from head to toe. Let's have it right. Up the Chelsea.
The best league in the world. We've got what I think is, the top city in the world.
Well, that's a fact.
And we've got an unbelievable location in the top city in the world.
The most prestigious elite location in the world. But yeah, you're not running us like that. You're not running us like that. The way you are running our football club has got no correlation to what you're saying. You've turned us into London Cowboys. You've turned us into a circus because you want the power. You think you know best, but you don't know football. You haven't been in the industry long enough. You haven't got a Scooby. So you need to forget one seat back, one step back. 119 steps back is what they've got to take. Because they have not got the minerals, the understanding, the experience. All they got is money. They're just money bags. But you can throw all the money you want, all right? You can be a billionaire. Doesn't mean you dress right. Doesn't mean you dress with class. Doesn't mean you are class. Doesn't mean you're elite. Well, they're not dressing us right. And this is where we as supporters need to understand and come to the realization that everything he's just said there is no change. They're sticking to their project, their kindergarten FC youth project, all right? They're going to knock down Stamford Bridge, probably build an Epstein Island underground, so they've got quick, easy access to the dressing room. This is the way we're going at Chelsea. And they're not, listen, they're giving the impression, they're trying to give the impression we want to win. Of course we want to win. Yeah. Hey, how's that going? How's your data FC model going? How's your Red Bull model going? How's Christopher Vell, Paul Winstanley, Lawrence Stewart, Joe Shields? How are they all doing? How's it working out? How's our results? How are the gaffer decisions going? How are the team selections being made? How have we made 160, 70 changes this season? Explain that. Take away Thomas Tuchel's 10 points that he earned us at the start of the season, we would be in the relegation zone and we would be getting relegated in this current form and state that we are in. I want everyone to drink their minerals in and understand the severity of it. So he can go there, sit on his lovely little chair on a stage like a pantomime merchant, all right, and speak to a non-footballing expert, a non-knowledgeable footballing guy, presenter in America for a financial briefing, about our football club, when in reality we haven't had one apology, not one apology to the supporters to say we've got it wrong. We shouldn't have sacked Thomas Tuchel. We should have backed Thomas Tuchel. We shouldn't have got rid of everyone behind the scenes. We shouldn't have got rid of our medical team. We shouldn't have got rid of the groundsman. We shouldn't have gutted out the tea lady. We shouldn't have disrupted the whole club so quickly. We shouldn't have employed 4 managers in one season. We shouldn't have dictated the dressing room. We shouldn't have been in and out the dressing room. We shouldn't have been at the training ground. We shouldn't have been employing a yes man. We shouldn't instill a Red Bull model. That's what you should be apologising for and actually turn us to what we actually are and continue the trajectory of us being an elite football club, a dominating club, the biggest club, the most elite club in London. This is what's happened now. And supporters are still sleeping. Supporters have still got, I don't know, they must have shit in their eyes, a lot of mud in their eyes. Yeah, because how you cannot see this, how you cannot understand this is beyond me. It's beyond me. Yeah. Big up to every single one of you in the chat. This is phase one. Let's have it right. This is phase one of the process on the Minerals FC. They love processes. Well, we're going to have a process on here. Yeah. You see, they've got so much pride. They're so egotistical, guys. Yeah, that they won't apologize because they know that they're wrong. Every brand envelope knows it. Every media platform knows it. Every ex-professional in the game knows it. Every player at Stamford Bridge, at Chelsea knows it. Every coaching staff knows it. All ex-staff know it. All the directors know it. Yeah, everyone they've employed. All the supporters know it. Yeah, Tommy T knew it. Yeah, Frank Lampard knows it. Jellyfish Potter knows it. He said, I'm not the problem. I know it. Yeah, you know it. The whole world knows it, but they don't want to give it off. They don't want to let it go. They want to make out they know what they're doing. We'll figure it out. What? You're going to figure it out, are you? After spending over $500 million, you're going to figure it out and completely destroy our football club in the process. Robbed us of our elite gaffer and built us a circus at Stamford Bridge, and you're going to figure it out. I mean, the arrogance is disgraceful because they are arrogant. They're so big-headed, guys. They didn't knock down the dressing room walls because of too many players. They knocked it down because when they get out the rat tunnel, their heads can fit through because it can't fit through the door. In fact, all the doors have been knocked down. Let's have it right. Every door's been knocked down. Yeah. Here's the clowns. We come to town. We come here to tell you what to do. Why are you not playing well? I spent 45 million on you. I'm paying you 325 grand a week. Yeah, but I didn't ask you to pay that. I didn't ask you to pay that. You dealt with my agent. You paid the money. You pay what you think I'm worth. Don't come at me about my performances. Why don't you fuck off out of the dressing room? Why don't you get out and stop undermining our gaffer? Why don't you let us have consistency? Why can't we play a regular formation, a regular team? Why didn't you keep Thomas Tuchel, the elite winner he is? And then you bring us Jellyfish Potter, who's got no experience, never won anything in his life. And you've got Champions League, Club World Cup, Super Cup winners in your team. You've got World Cup winners. You've got fucking all these winners in our team. All right. And you bring us a Jellyfish Potter. You don't bring us an elite general. Where's the respect? Respect's gone, bruv. In the woods. In the woods, yeah. Respect's gone out the window. There's no respect. So where'd you get? If you lost respect, then the gaffer's down before he's even started. Doesn't matter what you do in training. Doesn't matter what you do on the pitch. You're not going to get the best out of all these players because they've lost all respect for you. And it's happening to Super Frank now. It's exactly happening to Super Frank now. Yeah? It's happening to Super Frank now. Listen, yeah? It is the biggest fuck up in the Premier League, in football history. What these guys, these clown owners have achieved is a trophy in itself for being the biggest fuck up ever. To come into our football club, our elite club. When we were already up there, we were top 4, bruv. Top 4. 3 seasons back to back. We've had sanctions. We've had cement-booted rat fraud fucking ratting on us at our football club. We've had wrong decisions, transfers. We've had terrible loan deals. We've had contract negotiations. We had injuries galore, bruv. Yeah? And Thomas Tuchel still landed the Minerals and he still won us trophies and we still got to finals. Yeah? Everything that these guys have done is the complete opposite. They've taken us from being where we could have just been tweaked a little bit, get us a DM, get us a goalkeeper, build us a core with that 600 million. No, you went straight in buying players from different markets. Oh, Enzo looks all right. He's won a World Cup. First time I've seen him at the World Cup. Fantastic. Yeah, we'll buy him. You didn't know anything about Enzo Fernandez. How would you? You're not in football. You've been in football 5 minutes. They're worse than the Glazers. They've only been here for 5 minutes, bro. All right. The Glazers never get involved in football. The Glazers never go to dressing room. They don't even attend games. They don't even attend games. Yeah. I want to read something here. I want to read you something here. Yeah. In 3 different managers. In 3 different managers. Yeah. We have gone, and this is disgusting what I'm going to say. We've gone from 38 points to 39 points. We've won 1 point in the space of time of these three managers. Potter, Bruno Mars, Super Frank. Since must be since March. 1 point. And these guys are going in that dressing room. It's only made it worse. The problem is the players don't respect the owners. The mentality stems from the top. Roman had respect. He was ruthless bastard, yeah, because that's what he demanded, winning. And that stems from the top. So therefore the players were always, yes, sir, we'll do what it takes, sir, to win. He walks into a dressing room. He lands his chopper at Cobham. Their tails are up. They're shitting bricks. These guys, they're laughing. Walking in out of showers probably. Having a little drink. Probably on their phone, on Twitter and Instagram. Don't give a shit what he's saying. What's he going to say? What's he going to say, guys? Listen, no one lands the minerals like this. And we are doing exactly that. Sacking Thomas Tuchel was the biggest mistake that they could have ever made. It's probably going to be the biggest mistake in their entire reign at Chelsea Football Club. Because what they've gone and done is set us back years. Years. You know, Pep Guardiola came out and this is what he says. I want to play this, guys. I want to play this. Let me get it. I thought I had it. Let me get this up, guys, because this is key, right? This is key. While I do that, hit that like button, every single one of you. Listen to this.
It was difficult because we see how relentless was and is Arsenal. So Arsenal's having 7 years already in Champions League qualification. Is the perspective, no, to Arsenal. Maybe the mood there now is a bit down. After 7 years, they won the most important title in the season for the clubs. He's qualified for next season for the Champions League.
See, at the same time, he's landing minerals and speaking facts for Arsenal because they've been in the mud for years, yeah? All right? But he's mudding them by saying, you know, we're doing you in the league. Let's have it right. We're going to win the title. You're not ready. You're not at our level. But he's actually stating the facts. So he's mudding them, but actually stating the fact that, yes, getting in the Champions League is the biggest trophy for them because that's what Wenger used to do with kids.
Because financially, prestigious, new signs, for many things, it's the most important title today, by far. And it's already there. And like they lost the last game, they are sad. No, I'm pretty sure they have to be so happy because they make an incredible achievement.
And what have our owners gone and done? They sacked our elite gaffer that Pep Guardiola lost more hair follicles from, bruv. All right. Didn't want us to be, you know, having backed, didn't want to have the owners back Thomas Tuchel. Thomas Tuchel lands the minerals, bruv. Yeah. All right. And he was able to compete with Pep Guardiola, Jurgen Klopp, the top managers in the game. Yeah. All right. Arsenal, the specialists in failure, he's mudding them because they've got top four now. So therefore they get Champions League football. Well, we had Champions League football. Do you know how detrimental it is, how damaging it is to us now financially to not be in the Champions League? And these suits and boots at Clear Lake Capital are probably knocking on Boehly's door. Yeah. And Egg Barley going, what's going on? Why are we in this position? Our profits are in the mud. We're hitting the red line before financial fair play. We're not going to be able to go out in the market as aggressive as we did for the last two windows. And look what we bought. Look at the state we're in. Big problems. Big problems. Yeah. Every single one of you smash to pieces that like button. Every single one of you. Every single one of you smash to pieces that like button. All right. Now, I want to bring this up. Actually, no, I'll bring that up after. No, let's bring it up. Fuck it. Let's bring it up. All right. What we got here? Telegraph. Matt Fraud Law. Mauricio Pochettino's no magician. Chelsea will take years to rebuild. Right. Why is it going to take years to rebuild? Because of everything I've said. And now the PR narrative from Matt Law, the voice piece, the voice, the dribble that comes out of this guy's mouth, is to make the supporters accept it's going to take years for us to be at the back, at the top. And Pochettino is going to need time because of the absolute disaster that's happened at Chelsea Football Club. The PR is relentless to force the supporters to be in acceptance, bruv, of this mindset, of this lower level standards. The standards are in the mud. Development FC now. Development FC, bruv. This is unacceptable. All this PR is on behalf of the owners, guys. Everything. But let me land this. Did Unai Emery, good evening, did he need time? Is he not a magician? And he's at Villa with not 600 million spent. What about Ten Hag? Does he need time? Of course he does. He's already won a trophy. He's already in a final. And United were worse off than us last year. And now we've gone behind them. I love mudding these clowns, bro. All right? I love mudding these clowns. And then you look at Newcastle, and Newcastle spent way less. They've kept their structure since Mike Ashley was there, and then he's left. These owners have come in, steadied the transition. They've gone into the market, and now they're looking at top four that quickly. Stability. Letting the gaffer do his job. Let him run the team. They're not in and out of dressing room. So why are we as supporters accepting these guys, dictating us like this, sending us further down the table? They've got no right to be in the dressing room, no right to dictate team lineups. They've got no right to fucking make decisions on players. We're signing all these young kids, free transfers or not. We haven't even got a gaffer in place. And you're making these decisions. Who's making decisions? What, Paul Winstanley? Chris Rivell? Chris Rivell, you couldn't even use him to get Nagelsmann. Nagelsmann said, jog on. Enrique said, jog on. Yeah? Because you're not giving them any power. You need to give them the power. You need to give them the power if you want to be successful at Chelsea. But you won't do that. And this is what's the battle. The battle's against their model, their Kindergarten FC, Red Bull FC, Epstein Island FC model. That is what we are fighting against. We're not fighting against what gaffer it is. We're not fighting against our players. We're not fighting against the backroom staff. We're fighting against the owner's model. That's the true narrative, because that's what's dictating us for falling down a fucking cliff. All right? For falling from top 3 to 12th, 13th. Looking at relegation below us. You know, if we don't win one game till the end of the season, which I don't think we will, yeah? And maybe I'll try and be optimistic. Maybe I'll try and be positive. It's not happening, bruv. The way we are, we're so dysfunctional. We've got no patterns of play. We've got no direction. There's no instructions. The players want to leave. A lot of players want to leave. They don't want to be here because it's toxic from top to bottom. It's rotten. Yeah? Everything's rotten. The trees are all rotted. They're all down. There's no oxygen at Chelsea anymore. No one can breathe or take it anymore. They're gasping for breath, man. They want a couple of Johnny's Woods to get the oxygen. I've got plenty of it. Plenty of it. Yeah? And we got plenty of diggers. We got all the Minerals FC Ultras, bruv, that will dig. Yeah? They'll dig. Why are we accepting this? I'm not accepting it, and I'll continue to push this narrative out because I'm not accepting it. It's unacceptable. It's a disgrace to us supporters, yeah? It's an absolute disgrace. And this is the same Matt Law that came out and said Pochettino's number one player that he wants to keep is Pulisic, the Biscuit FC. How? Why are you saying this? Pochettino hasn't even accepted a job. We don't even know where Pochettino is, bruv. We haven't heard anything. It's gone very quiet. Why is that? He's looking at this shit show. He's looking at the circus going, I don't even know if I want to dip into that. I don't think I want to be part of a circus. I don't think these owners know what they're doing. Do I really want to sabotage my entire career and legacy of being having a bit of reputation of being a top gaffer? Do I want to do that? Did Nagelsmann want to do it? No. Did Enrique want to do it? No. Did Tuchel want to do it? No. Potter signed the contracts. He had no choice. He sold his soul to them. Not to Chelsea, to the owners. And in that contract dictated everything that he did. And be a yes man. Yeah? Facts. Bruno the same. And now Super Frank might as well be the same. Because nothing's changed. In fact, it's got worse. Because their forefront focus is PR. They thought by bringing Super Frank, it's a great PR trick. Yeah, fantastic. We'll get all the supporters on board. They can't hack the supporters going against them. So when we talk, we land it. Because we're spitting the truth. We're spitting and landing the minerals and the facts. And that's why people get on edge. That's why people are saying, we're toxic. We're not toxic. They're toxic. Because they're either bought, they don't know, they don't want to burn bridges. That's why they don't say what we say. That's a problem. And when you've been bought, that's it. You've sold your soul, not to Chelsea. You sold your soul to the owners. We don't sell our souls here. Yeah? We don't do that here. We don't take bribes. We don't take that. We don't accept brown envelopes, bruv. Yeah? We don't give a shit about links and bridges. We burn them down. We piss on them. These owners have literally destroyed us. And I've always said to you, Wise, Boehly, the Three Stooges, them lot have got an underlying agenda on Roman Abramovich. And they have sabotaged what Roman has built. And I'm not standing for it. I'm not standing for it. Guys, every single one of you, as always, smash that like button. Smash that like button. Again, Matt Law comes out. Chelsea want to complete the majority of their planned clear out before pre-season starts. But the source added, let's land it, everybody knows Chelsea have to sell. So why would any club offer them what they want at the start of the window? Clubs will be happy to keep them sweating to drive prices down. You see, they're so far in the mud, guys, that they've got no power play. They've got no power whatsoever in the market to sell players. And we're in desperate need of offloading players. Matt Law is the voice piece for them, but he's also mudding them. And they're so naive to think that these journalists are there to help them. They only help you when you pay them. And people say, oh, you're making money off Chelsea, right? Well, what about Matt Law's? What about David Paulstein's? What about all these guys? What, you think they don't get paid? There's their job as well. And they're benefiting off Chelsea with all their articles and their narratives and what they put out. It's no different. In fact, it's even worse because it suits the campaign against Chelsea. And these owners are walking right in it. They are in it. They're swimming in the campaign against Chelsea. They can't get out. They're trying to figure it out. They're trying to figure it out, the wrong ones. Let's land this one. When we talk about what I'm saying, I've always landed it. I've always been consistent with it. This is PSG. PSG fans on social media have claimed to be paid €1,000 a match either by PSG or associated companies to write positive things about the club and the organisation. Don't be a long way from Starbucks. Wake up, smell the Enrique, smell the damn Minerals FC. Because that's what's happening. That's what's happening. Everywhere. They are there, they're props, they're pawns, they're used to dictate the narrative, to push narratives, to push PR, to manipulate the mindset of every supporter of every different club. And that is where we on here, we're too smart for that. We're sharks. We are sharp. We land it, bruv. Yeah? These lot are in the sea and they're scared of Jaws. We're the Jaws, bruv. Yeah, we are the Jaws. So everything's there for everyone to understand. It's all out there. It's just you got to dig it out, bro. You got to dig out your minerals. Yeah, you got to dig out your minerals. Let's land this one here. This one's delightful. Backs everything as we've been saying, as always. Again, another article. You see, the campaign against Chelsea's relentless. That Boehly and Barley got nowhere to hide. You know where they're hiding? They're hiding in America. They don't want to be in Chelsea. They don't want to be anywhere near our football club right now or the supporters because they know they're getting mudded. And they're getting mudded by every platform, every major platform. Another one, the Times. This season's shambles is the price, Todd Boehly and Egg Barley. They always put Todd Boehly because he's the face. He's 10% merchant, but it's Egg Barley. Todd Boehly and Egg Barley is paying. This is the price they're paying for thinking they knew more about the game than Thomas Tuchel, a footballing miracle worker, right? And what did Matt Law come out and say? He's not a magician. Pochettino's not a magician. Well, Thomas Tuchel was, and he came in, inherited a squad under Roman Abramovich, and won us 3 trophies, 3 other domestic finals in 15 months without his identity. And these owners have come in and sabotaged it and thought, nah, that's irrelevant. We don't care. That's not our model. You don't want to collaborate with us. You don't want to listen to us. We know everything. You don't know anything. You're in the mud. You're in the woods. You're in the cement. Boehly and Barley, you clowns. That's what you are. You're actually clowns. Because everyone in the market, the global market, is laughing at you. You're the joke of the town. You're the front page. You're the headline for all the wrong reasons. Tell you what, I'll rub some dust off me, bruv, because I landed the minerals. Let's have it right, bruv. Yeah. Up the Chelsea, up the Minerals FC. We land it everywhere we go. We mud them. That's what we do. And we say it in a way where we can say it. We've got no censor on here. We've got no scripts. You know, we don't sit on major platforms and have it all scripted out. We land it freestyle, Eminem, freestyle bars, bruv. Let's have it right. Hit that like button, every single one of you. Every single one of you. Smash that like button, bruv. Yeah. We are landing it tonight. We are landing it tonight. And I'm on a roll. Let's go. Next one. Oh, love it. Tuchel on Petr Cech's exit in 2022. He was here on a daily basis. He was the person who lived the values and attitude of what it takes to be a top competitor for Chelsea every day. He was a huge help for me, an enormous support I never experienced before. Irreplaceable figure. Let's have it right. He should be at the training ground. He knows Chelsea. He is Chelsea. He's a legend at our football club. He's in the Hall of Fame. Let's have it right. Yeah, Premier League Hall of Fame. He's Chelsea through and through. He's been throughout a whole success. He's been part of it, and he was the glue between Tuchel and Marina and Roman Abramovich and all the directors. That's what you need. We haven't got that. These owners have been here for a year and they still haven't got it. They ain't got their Peter Kenyon. They ain't got their Michael Edwards. They're using Todd Boehly. Barley's using Boehly as that figure, and that's where it all goes tits up. That's where you're in the mud. They're all in the mud, guys. Everyone's in the mud, literally. Let's land it. This is João Felix walking his dog. What's he got on his t-shirt, guys? What's he wearing on his t-shirt? Red Bull. The geezer's millionaire. What's he wearing? Red Bull t-shirt, bruv. What's that all about? It's a little signal to me, bruv. That's why I take it. This is a signal, guys. This is the Red Bull project. And Felix is aware of it. Must be. The players, they know what's coming at Chelsea Football Club. They know what's coming at Chelsea Football Club. There it is. Forgot to put it up. He's wearing it. Let's zoom in. There it is. Red Bull, mate. Red Bull. That's what we got. That's what's been instilled, implemented at our football club. Yeah. These are all signs, guys. These are all narratives that are put out, you know. You think they're not told, guys, can you wear this? And you'll go out for a walk. And no one's going to spot them. They're footballers. They're known in the area. So, of course, someone's going to say, can I get a picture with you? Facts. It's a great PR stunt. A great PR stunt. Another one here. Because Boehly's what? Part of, he owns part of the Lakers. They're at the front row seats. You know, you got a goat there and a basketball player there. You know what I mean? But it's all camera. What are you doing? Our club's in an absolute meltdown. It's a shit show. And you're just going to NBA games because you're in America, because you're hiding for us, the supporters, at Chelsea Football Club, because you sabotaged us, destroyed our football club. What is this nonsense? Why are people accepting this? You've got other priorities at Chelsea. You're the laughing stock of the town, of the world of football. Everyone's laughing at you. And I want to bring this up. It's very important what I'm going to say. All right? In football, very like other industries, music, art worlds, the industries itself, very tight-knit. All it takes is one fuck up. Your reputation's gone. People don't want to do business with you. This is what they've gone and done. They've sabotaged their reputation in the industry. So no one wants to go near them. They don't take them seriously. They're there to pull their pants down. And now in the transfer market, they're going to have their pants pulled down because everyone knows it's broadcasted. We've got to offload. Out of those 40 players, we've got to offload at least 20 of them because they want to go in the market again. Oh, mate, I love Land and Minerals. You know, they're so far in the mud, but we'll figure it out. We very much believe in the process and the project, and we're gonna stand by the project. Well, your project's in the mud. It's in the mud. Yeah, let's have it right. Absolutely in the mud. It's mud flying everywhere, guys. That's all we can say. That's all we can say right now. Yeah, literally. You got Joe Shields, Director of Recruitment. You got Paul Winstanley, Director of Global Talent and Transfers. You got Christopher Vell, Technical Director. Lawrence Stewart, Technical Director with Global Focus. Anyone like, come on, guys. Look at these titles, but they're not even allowed to do their jobs. You're not allowing the professionals in the game to do their job. So therefore, it's irrelevant. They're just there. You're paying all this money out. And what does Pochettino say, guys? Pochettino comes out here. All right? A quote. Yeah? And look at the prop. He's a pot of gold. Pot of gold. What a load of nonsense. He says, I love helping young players. It's like planting a tree, watering it, watching it grow. It's something that will be stamped on every side I coach. I mean, listen to the propaganda here, guys. I'm not interested in Development FC. I'm not interested in it. Yeah? A key point, what he comes out with, Boehly here. Yeah? The clown himself. Let's see what he says here, yeah? He says, I think it's pretty simple. They might be a higher price, but I think they are better value. When you look at the top brands, they are hard to replace and super hard to build. Yet this guy's coming to an elite brand, not a top brand, an elite brand, like he said, quote unquote, in the best city in the world, in the best part of that city in the world, in the best part of that city, yeah, in London, Chelsea, which has been so hard to build because Romans built it, and you've come in here and destroyed it and knocked it down in less than a year. You're mudding yourself. You're contradicting yourself. It's embarrassing. Sports teams are also like derivatives of the city they are in. The city is really important. The Lakers have sold more jerseys than all the other NBA teams put together. When you think about the power of the Lakers brand, the superstars really built a team. Well, let's go on to it. Do you know who sells the most Chelsea shirts at Chelsea Football Club? That's Mason Minerals Mount. You want to sell him because you have to sell him because financial fair play up your asses. You need to make full profitability on players. But let's land the Minerals. Right now, all the clubs that want Minerals Mount are not going to pay you your 78 million that you want. They're going to wait for a free transfer, or they'll wait till deadline day and say, yeah, I'll take 30 million, take 20 million, because you've got no choice. You're in the mud. And that'll go for all the other players. Reece James, second shirt seller. But apparently Matt Law says Pochettino wants Pulisic as one of the most important players. Well, Pulisic is there for the global marketing and the ability to sell shirts. This is what Boehly's focus is on. Shirt selling, making money, profitability, marketing, PR. Same old narrative. Same old bangers and mash waffle, no onions, no gravy, lumpy mash, let's have it right, all that jazz. All right? And he says, and winning is just the best feeling there is. When you're a fan who has supported a team for a really long time, for an owner who is clearly a fan because of the fact you're committing energy, effort, and time, but you're not a fan of Chelsea Football Club. You're not a supporter of Chelsea Football Club. You've showed us no respect, no love, no understanding. You don't understand our culture. You don't get Chelsea at all. In fact, everyone that does get Chelsea, you've got rid of. And Super Frank is Chelsea, and not even he can instill Chelsea because you're not allowing him to, because the surroundings isn't Chelsea anymore. And the players that are Chelsea know it's not Chelsea anymore. And they want out. Let's have it right. Minerals are landing 24/7, man. 24/7 we're landing it, guys. Smash that like button. Yeah? On what he looks for a hire. This is on what he looks for a hire. Hire great people. When you have a good reputation of doing what you say, well, they don't. They don't have a good reputation already, these guys. So who they're hiring has got no substance, has got no trust embedded there. It's just in the mud. And saying no quickly. They don't give maybes. Maybes are amongst the worst. My dad used to give me maybe. Maybe isn't a good answer. If you're too busy, say you're too busy. I mean, all these riddles. He's turned from the Joker in Batman to the Riddler. What are we doing here? I think the first thing we care about is if people are willing to say they don't know. Really? Well, that's interesting, Boehly and Barley, because you don't know nothing. You're interviewing people or bringing people to the club, and you're saying we want to respect them because we care if they, if they're willing to say they don't know. Of course they know. They're professionals in the game, but you're not letting them do their job. You don't know. Why don't you admit you don't know? Because everyone in the game knows you don't know. Muddy. The quicker you can admit you don't know something, the better. I don't think anyone can predict anything. It's all about probabilities, knowledge, and experience. Knowledge you don't have of football. Experience you don't have. Probabilities is all the bets you're making in different markets for young players on a data FC model. Instilling a model that is not translatable at Chelsea, an elite club, and the stature our club is from Red Bull to Chelsea. It's not sustainable. It doesn't fit. There's no fit there. Yeah. So you're mudded there again. Everything you say, you're doing the opposite. Then you figure out if you can work well with someone. Are they going to call and say that they have a problem, or are you going to call them and find out there's a problem? We want to know bad stuff ASAP. I want my teams to present why it's not working, not just a bunch of happy talk. Oh my word, this guy, man, he's a walking contradiction. This guy, we have muddied how many times? How many times, man? Guys, I hope you all got your shovels in the chat, every single one of you. I hope you all got your shovels in the chat, yeah? Because we're landing it, bruv. Big up to Remy in here, and big up for your soup minerals. He says, Johnny, it's Amiros. Big up Amiros, bruv. What's happening? What's happening, Geezer? Big up to you, man. What's happening to you, man? You used to be proper, so negative, man. You used to be so different, man. What's happening? Geezer, you tell me what's positive at Chelsea Football Club, and then there's your answer. Are you happy as a supporter? Absolutely not. Do you not understand what's happened to our football club? Clearly not then, bruv. I'm the most positive supporter, but I ain't been positive on something that is absolutely negative. Defeats the object of what I stand for. And the fact that everyone else on all the other platforms are being positive, they're a long way from Starbucks. I don't know what to say to you, bruv, but big up for the soup minerals landed. I don't know what to tell you, mate. Right, so let's move on. We've got so much happening, bruv. So much happening. Let's go to it now. This one is the biggest joke of all jokes when you talk about jokes. But before I get to that, I have to land it on this one. because we have to shout out a very knowledgeable guy in the football game, an ex-footballer. He's on the big platforms, and for me, I've always respected him. I guess we don't always agree on everything. No one does. But I tell you what, this guy is elite, bruv. He's elite. And his opinions have always been, for me, pretty spot on. So we're gonna play the GOAT himself, Marcotti, bruv. We're gonna play the GOAT himself, Marcotti. What a legend.
It's funny, right? Because, you know, he doesn't really give press conferences, speak to the media here. What he likes to do is he likes to go and appear at these business conferences, whether, I mean, I think he had a Bloomberg one earlier this year. Now this one, he's with Michael Milken, of all people. And, you know, he rattles off a bunch of Captain Obvious type stuff. Oh, look, it's a global market and we're in it for the long haul. You know, what is he going to say? I'm like, we really want to win. Like, okay, sure.
Mudded straight away, bruv. What a mudding.
I think sometimes he always throws in a new nugget, right? So we've heard him talk about a novel idea of an all-star game.
About making money again
in the Premier League. And this time he starts talking about the markets and, oh, look, they're all different markets. Oh, yeah, look, different countries have different markets. They have different leagues. They have different players playing in them. I mean, I don't know if it's a legacy or, you know, where he comes from, you know, Major League Baseball, where, of course, they do have players from Japan and Venezuela and whatever, but you don't actually go and acquire them the way you do in football.
No, but in baseball, I'm sure you can trade throughout the whole season. You don't just have like set windows. There's a difference. This is what these guys are used to. But the Premier League and football in Europe doesn't work like that. It's not structured like that. So that's where they can't understand it as well.
But, you know, guess what? Hey, look, it's a different sport. And this idea that all these markets are so different, if anything, you speak to anybody who operates there, no, they're not. There's intermediaries and agents who operate across all these European markets. And, you know, it's not like it's completely different buying a right back in Portugal as opposed to buying one in France. And guess what? You hire these recruitment specialists, Christopher Vivell and Win Stanley and Stewart. You hire these guys in January. They're the guys who spent the bulk of the $600 million precisely because they do this for a living and have done this for a living for a long time.
Exactly. So you trust the professionals in the game, which they're not doing. They're the ones that are dictating all the moves, mate. Yeah. And I know what I'm saying.
So presumably they know how to do it. So no, it shouldn't be an obstacle. It shouldn't be an issue that they're all different markets, because even if you're learning about it and you're still wrapping your head around it, these guys do it for a living. So I don't know. I don't know why he chooses this, because then whatever he says gets taken out of context and
he should just shut his mouth. He should just not go out and say anything and stop giving it all the talk and walk the walk and do the right thing. But they don't want to do that. They're too arrogant. They think they know what they're doing, because their main project, their main prerogative is to make money and cash cow Chelsea Football Club.
And yeah, it's almost like every time he opens his mouth, you know, he sounds...
Here he wants to say he sounds like a clown. Come on.
He doesn't sound great. It's not a great look. I know he's getting poor advice when he speaks. But yeah, I think the last thing that he needs right now is, you know, I'm glad he's there and not here, because, you know, next Chelsea home game, if they don't win, you'll get more people singing Roman Abramovich's name.
Facts. All facts, guys. And then we got Shaka Hislop. He lands the minerals here.
Quite clearly, and I'm not sure how they even begin to address some of those issues. Now, to Gab's point, if I'm Mauricio Pochettino.
So Marcotti said, why don't you get Pochettino in now? Let him work with the players. It doesn't matter. No one's going to hold it against him, even if we lost every game. But he has more time to implement, to assess the squad, to know what players he wants to keep. Because he doesn't have that power. He won't be given that control, because their model doesn't allow the gaffer to have this control and power and say. It's down to the so-called directors and the model that they've instilled at Chelsea. That's the difference. So therefore, that's why Pochettino isn't committing to the job, because why would he if he's not being given keys?
Pochettino, I don't want to join now. This season has been a circus. Let the circus come to a natural close. If Pochettino, I don't want to join now. This season has been a circus. Let the circus come to a natural close.
You see, they were laughing after that. I cut it out, but they were actually laughing. They were actually laughing, guys. They were actually laughing. And this is the sad thing is, you know, they're speaking facts, and a lot of the time you could say, oh, you know, they're part of the campaign against Chelsea. Listen, everyone on the media has an agenda on Chelsea, but the thing is, I know they're speaking the truth. So it's not an agenda. This is facts. This is facts. And this is why it's shocking. This is why it's shocking. Literally, he's in the mud. He's in the mud, bruv. Yeah. Oh, also, I forgot to mention, guys. I forgot to mention this. I wanted to do it at the start of the show. Rest in peace to Dave Mays. So, in honour of the recent passing of Dave Mays at 51 years old, going to Chelsea home and away since 17, and a shed lower season ticket holder, a true gentleman and proper Chelsea, in memory, friends and family would like to try get an applause going in the 51st minute at home to Forest to celebrate his life. Rest in peace, Dave. Gone but never forgotten. Keep the blue flag flying high. Guys, every single one of you, put your hearts in the chat. And your condolences is for Dave Mays and his family, obviously. That is so sad. So sad. And very young as well. But yeah, I forgot to mention that at the start of the show, but at least we've done it, guys. We've done it. We've landed it. It's on my Twitter, so go and retweet it, guys. Go and retweet it if you can and spread the word to all the supporters. But yeah, proper Chelsea, and he's passed away. It's sad, isn't it, guys? It's sad. It really is. But our thoughts and prayers are with his family and himself. Let's have it right. So let's move on. And I want to bring up, I can't believe we're going to agree with this guy, man. This is what I'm saying. I'm agreeing with people I never agree with. This is shocking.
He's had a nightmare. He's completely misread this league, and he'll learn very quickly, I'm sure, just to sort of, if you like, stay in his lane. Because what's happened this season purely is down to him. He's come in.
It's not, though. This is the thing. This is where I disagree. It's not just down to Boehly. It's just like everyone perceives as Boehly's the face. But you see, Boehly, the other owners at Chelsea, they're happy for Boehly to take the brunt. And Boehly's saying, yeah, I can take it. I can take the brunt of it. I'll go and do a few little conferences and I'll land it. Yeah, I'll give him the PR. But it's Boehly as well, guys. He's major in this.
And he needed somehow to try and keep the footballing department together. You know, he's the non-footballing department, by the way. You've got to remind himself of that. He's the
Let's have it right.
non-footballing department. You're the owner. You're not a Premier League player. You're not a coach. You're not someone who's got experience in this English league. So stay where you are and allow the people who've run the football club successfully with a very different model to most clubs over the last 10, 15 years that were still there.
And when we talk about the model, guys, this model that the American ownerships instill, name me one owner, American owner, that's been dominant and successful with the model that they're trying to implement at Chelsea. The only one is FSG, Liverpool. They've won one Champions League, FA Cup, Carabao Cup, Club World Cup, Super Cup, and one Premier League, Champions League. That's it. That's not dominant success. They've just about competed with Manchester City, who've been dominant. That's a model you implement, by the way. That's the right model. But they're not going with that model. You look at Arsenal Cronkies, nothing, bro. What they won? An FA Cup? Wet wipes. Look at the Glazers. Where have they been dominant? Since Fergie left, nothing, bruv. Very little. That's a problem. It's a worry, guys. Major red flag.
Somehow try and get a year or two out of them to learn the ropes, to see what goes on, to try and keep them the stability and the consistency.
But you see, they didn't want to do that, Gary, yeah? And I'll tell you why they didn't want to do it is because they've only got a 10-year period. They want to cash in 10 years. So if they wait 2 years, it's too long. But at the end of the day, he should have steadied the ship. He would have been in Champions League, would have been able to entice more young talent, better players, more elite players. Yeah, listen, they've set us back years, mate.
Of what Chelsea have been. Because Chelsea last season, we watched them in a Carabao Cup final. They could have won an FA Cup final. They're still very close. So Thomas Tuchel was doing a good job. Keep your manager in place for the season if you can, because he's a very good manager. He's proven.
He's elite and proven. He's elite and proven. So there we are, guys. Another one. Even Spitface Carragher came out of it, bro. Everyone's come out of it. Everyone's landing the minerals. The Liverpool supporters want FSG out. The United supporters want the Glazers out. The Arsenal fans were doing Kroenke protests last season. Come on, bruv. What, you think our owners are better? You think our owners are, they're the best out of a bad bunch? Crying out loud. They're worse than the Glazers already. Big up to the special one, Big Al, my geezer. He says, just to thank you, Johnny, for all your hard work and dedication from all the Minerals Ultra family. We all appreciate what you say. God bless you and your family, geezer. Big up to Alan Hilson, my geezer. Big up to you. I really do appreciate it. That means the world to me. The fact that you guys appreciate what I do, that's it. That's it. That's all I care about. And that everyone is we built in numbers, we're stronger, and we can push out the truth and speak the right way about everything that's happening. No false narratives, no agendas. Just, the agenda's now on the owners. They deserve the agenda because they've been fucking useless. They've destroyed us. Literally destroyed us. Yeah. Big up to Al. Big up to Alan. Big up to you, my geezer. Thank you so much. Lovely message. Proper. Right, so this is where I go nuts. This is where I go absolutely fucking nuts. Pochettino wants to begin his reign at Chelsea with Romelu Lukaku, right? Romelu Lukaku, yeah? Chelsea will bring back Lukaku, although his future is dependent on who becomes the Blues' next manager. Oh, my word. But the club are still looking at strikers and want to bring in either a premium number 9 or a promising one. Well, you can't decide on that because you don't know which gaffer's coming in and what style of play suits which profile of striker you want. That's the first thing. The second thing is, which I'll bring up the previous tweet, which is, where is it? Here it is. Pochettino wants to begin his reign at Chelsea with Romelu Lukaku. As I said with Pulisic, the two players that Chelsea Football Club are trying to keep Pulisic because of marketing reasons and money, because they're going to lose Mason Mount's money. They're going to lose a lot of other players' marketing. Granted, facts. Yeah. And now they're shoehorning Lukaku. That Pochettino wants Lukaku when we haven't even announced Pochettino. In fact, Pochettino's gone completely quiet. No one's heard anything on Pochettino. Nothing at all. So now you're telling me what? Lukaku's coming back. Why? Why are we going to have this cement-booted rat football club? He's a joke, man. He's a car crash. The guy, you might as well build a lamppost on the pitch and stick a number 9 on it. At least we get better 1-2s off it. Do you know what I mean? Better touch. Lamppost got this. As a traditional lamppost got better touch than that cement-booted fraud, bro. All right. This guy's in the mud. Yeah, he's in the cement. We buried him a long time ago. He's not welcome at our football club. You know, irrespective of the source, we've heard about Romelu Lukaku coming back to Chelsea. Now, let me explain to you why this is happening. Because Inter Milan can't afford him. They don't want him. All right. No other big club wants him because he's crap. Yeah. He's a moaner. He's got no mentality. Doesn't turn up against the big teams. He can't play in the Premiership at the highest level, at top flight. He can't do it. Yeah. He can't take the pressure. He wears the number 90 on his shirt because of the money that Inter Milan have made off us, right? Irrespective of that, because that's disgusting, right? He's not welcome at Chelsea. But the owners can't sell him. He's on 420 grand a week. No one's going to pay the wages. The owners don't want to pay those wages. So they're stuck with him. And now they're trying to plant the seed with the supporters to see, will they take him back? When everyone knows that no one wants this guy. No one wants this guy at a football club. You know, end of, bruv. End of. Listen, this guy doesn't want to come to Chelsea. He's not welcome. I'll run on the pitch, rip the shirt off him and push him off the pitch, bruv. I don't care if I've got banned for it. I don't want him in a Chelsea shirt. He's not welcome. He's rubbish. He's not the profile we need. He's not the mentality we need. We don't need that toxicity in the dressing room, all because of financial reasons, because these owners are in the mud. They're in a pickle. They don't know what they're going to do now. They're trying to offload players and other clubs are just sitting there pretty going, we'll just wait when the time's right and we'll get a bargain. Mudded. In the mud. I don't want this guy at the football club. Yeah? Let's have it right. Big up to Al, mate. Big up to you, geezer. Big up to Aaron Smith, says Minnals lands everywhere he goes. Thanks for what you do, from another Minnals FC member. Big up to Aaron Smith, my geezer. And go and support him on Illustrated, Chelsea Illustrated on Twitter. He's a fantastic illustrator, top guy, always supported the channel. And big up to you, my geezer. Much love. And I hope you're doing well. And that, again, a lovely message. This is what I do it for. This is what I do it for. For you guys. Do it for you guys. So now we're being shoehorned, Biscuit FC, Cement FC, Cement Boots FC to our football club. This is a problem, yeah? The owners are in serious shit, guys. Therefore, we're in serious shit. You know, Lukaku, he sweats more than me when I'm in the sauna, bruv, right? And he ain't even move. He doesn't even move. You know, my nan, the minerals that she's got, yeah? My gran is more agile, got more pace, more skill, more ball IQ than this cement-booted fraud, bruv. But anyway, that will be a disaster. They bring him back. It wouldn't surprise me, these guys, these clans that they are bringing him back because they're forced to for financial reasons. Yeah, for financial reasons. Lukaku out, bruv. Get him out of the football club. I don't want him at Chelsea, man. I don't want this guy anywhere near us. Yeah? The guy ain't got a first touch. He can't score against any of the top 6 teams. Oh, yeah, but he's got loads of goals. Do you know what? There's supporters in our fan base last season that were backing this guy, wanting this guy over Haaland. They wanted this guy over Haaland. Haaland's breaking records. He's broken Sheeran Cole's record, Andy Cole's record already in his first season. It's ridiculous. And these guys were trying to debate and say, no, Lukaku's the right option. Haaland's not proven. He might be a flop and this and that. My word, you can tell, man, when you know about a player, you can tell if he's going to land the minerals or not. You can tell, guys. Do you know what I mean? It's shocking. It really is shocking. And it's embarrassing. All right. Now we've got some juice. Let's land some minerals. And I always say that the best currency is sterling. Let's have it right. So let's listen to what Raheem the Dream's going to land now.
I said I'm not one to tell the club what to do, but I said from what I can gauge from where I was previously, I think organisation is the most important thing. Having a manager that has the final say on everything. He does everything.
Woo! Woo! Let's land it, bruv. He's got the final say on everything. Exactly. Don't bring me a Gaffer that's a yes man. The place is top to bottom. It's a shit show. There's no organisation. There's no planning. There's no direction. There's no model. There's no strategy. It's all toxic.
his way, and everyone has to follow that. And I think, I think successful teams always have that as a manager that comes in, brings his blueprint, and everyone follows. And if
Whoa, he's
there's
landing
people that
it.
don't follow, they're not part of the team. And I think that's how brutal it needs to be at a high level, because it's the fine lines of winning or coming second or being in the position that we are now. So it's that everyone on the same page sort of thing. So that's not an advice, but that's from my experience.
It's from his experience being at Chelsea. That's not his Manchester City experience. And this is where Raheem Sterling, big up to the geezer. Big up to you, my man. You know what? The players are coming out that don't care anymore. They're mudding the owners left, right, and centre. I love it. Do you know why? Because I've been saying it for God knows how long, but yet I'm called toxic and negative. Let's have it right. The players know it, bro. The players know it. Listen, we land it. This is the narrative for months, mate. This is the narrative for months. What a legend. Sterling has landed serious minerals there. Serious minerals, mate. Yeah? Big up to Sterling, guys. Put a heart in the chat for Sterling, bruv. That he's actually come out and landed it. Really serious minerals there. Seriously landed it. That is top class. I've got so much respect for Sterling, bruv. This is really powerful. Powerful. You bring in a gaffer that's got his blueprint and you let him instill it. You let him have the final say. Listen to what he's saying. And a top elite club that wants the ambition to win and be at the top runs like that. In other words, we're not run like that. We're run like Red Bull. We're run like a mid-table team. We're run like a development FC team. This is the model that Boehly and Boehly are implementing, and Sterling is landing the minerals for us. This is what I love. Wrong-uns are in the mud. Brown envelopes in the mud. Journalists in the mud. Boehly and Boehly, Weiss in the mud. Yeah, all the Minerals FC Ultras were digging, bruv. We got shovels out. Sterling's got his shovel out. Kai Havertz has got his shovel out. Thiago Silva's got his shovel out. Everyone's getting their shovels out, bruv. Yeah? Digging the graves of these owners and their atrocious model. That is what you call the elite minerals landing. Big respect to Sterling, bruv. Why is Super Frank not coming out and doing this and saying, do you know what? I'm walking out. I'm going to land it. I don't care. I don't want your job. I don't want to be part of this. John Terry left. He didn't want to be part of this nonsense, this circus, bruv. Yeah. You know, Lampard's lost 6 games in a row. Aston Villa, Potter lost 2. That's 7 games we've lost in a row. Tomorrow, I hope it's not our 8th game in a row. It's the worst form I've ever seen Chelsea Football Club in. It's the worst performances. It's the worst ever. Even Jason Cundy, big up Jason Cundy, came out. We are the worst team in the league. We are the worst team in the league. I haven't seen us like this ever. This is worse than when we were relegated. Look at the money we spent. How many gaffers we've gone through. The structure, everything. Cundy talks about behind the scenes, though. He says, I'm not just talking about the players and the team or the manager. I'm talking about everything. Everything's in the mud. Everything's in the mud. And I said, I told you. I warned you. That's what I did. I push out the message. And now platforms are starting to come out. But the biggest one of all, that's Sterling there. Minerals, nail in the coffin, bro. Big up to Lone Wolf Emperor. Big up to you. He says, Minerals, you're far from toxic when it becomes to Chelsea. This is coming from an Arsenal fan. As much as I hate to say this 100%, big up to you, my geezer. You see what I mean? We've got rival fans saying I'm not toxic, bruv. You know what? This is what I'm talking about. I ain't toxic. No way. I'm speaking the truth. And the truth is deemed negative because it's a negative mindset, because what I'm saying is not positive. So therefore, you're saying I'm toxic and negative. No. The truth hurts. Few good men, you can't handle the truth. You can't handle the minerals. Let's have it right. This is the problem. It's not my fault. I don't want to be talking like this. I want to be talking football. I want to be talking about the players' performances, tactics, where we're going. Do you know what I mean? I can't remember the last stream we did that. What am I going to talk about this game? We don't know what lineup's going to be. The lineup's probably going to be a joke. The formation's going to be a joke. The players have got no direction. Sterling's come out and said it and landed it. That's what, if he thinks that, everyone's thinking that. That's what I'm saying. We're going to lose all our elite players. They're not going to want to stay at Chelsea. They're talking out because they want to leave. They're talking out because they want to leave. You know, big up to all you guys, all you Minerals FC Ultras that are supporting the channel. You know, big up to all you guys. This is massive. This is massive what's just been landed here. Massive. And then we got Bellingham. Bellingham's muddied Liverpool and he's going to Real Madrid. Drink them minerals in. They can't even land Bellingham, a young talent. They can't even get that. They can't even get that because they ain't got the money, right? You got to balance the books, bruv. You know, you got to listen. You got to do it, bruv. You got to land it. Why are we not going for a Bellingham? He's young enough. Look, we don't look at anything under 23 years, anything above 23 years old. Forgive me, yeah. It's under 23 years old. Well, Bellingham fits the bill. Do you know what I mean? Why are we not looking at him? Go and spend the money, bruv. Go and get it. And they're putting rumours that we're going to be in for Declan Rice, Lavia, and another two other DMs that are unproven that we're linked with, but they shoehorn Declan Rice in there like we're going to go and get Declan Rice. There's no way you're getting Declan Rice with this project. We've got players like Sterling that want to leave. Aubameyang wants to leave. Boehly wants to leave. Minerals Matt probably wants to leave. Reece James probably wants to leave. All these players, Kante, Kovacic, they want to fucking leave. So why is Declan Rice going to want to come? It's delusion. The only way he comes, if they change their model, they get an elite gaffer, they go and get a Luis Enrique, they give the gaffer the keys, and they show the intent, and they change this kindergarten FC project, all right, and which is dictated by profitability and data, and actually use the eye test. You need eye test and data. You know, they work hand in hand. Yeah, and you need football professionals, people in the game that go scouting, eye test, and watch these guys, these kids closely. This is what you do, yeah, and you let the gaffer dictate, as Sterling says. You need someone who's allowed to call the shots. These guys are in and out of the dressing room. Todd Boehly and Boehly are in and out of the dressing room. That's what he's saying to us, guys. He's saying they've got a yes man. The gaffer's a yes. You can't have ambition and win anything by having a yes man. They just want to develop young players and build a youth super team and win maybe in 5-6 years. That's their fucking project. Let's have it right. We land the minerals everywhere we go. This is what it's about. This is what it's about. And they're talking about Osimhen. Osimhen's just won Serie A at Napoli. He ain't going nowhere. And you're going to pay 120 million? You're going to go and pay 100 million for Bellingham or whatever it is? You're going to pay 100 million for Declan Rice? Where are you getting all this money from? Who are you selling? Who are you selling, bruv? Oh man, we're looking at young kids, man, that are unproven, and we're expecting them to develop in the Premier League and learn fast. And the Premier League's the most relentless, most intense, fastest, most competitive league, toughest league. All right, and all the other clubs are generating revenue. They're buying good players. They're up. Look at Brighton now. Brighton are above us. They Brighton are us, and Brighton are above us. Brighton are above us. They might be competing for European place. Fuck me. What's going on? We're looking at relegation. What's there to be positive about? We're in the mud. The project's in the mud. They failed. They're a failure. They are a failure. Boehly and Boehly are failed. They're failures. They're clowns and failures. And they're fucking arrogant. They're so arrogant, egotistical, yeah, not humble, to just accept that they've made a mistake and change their fucking model. We don't want Epstein FC model. We don't want kindergarten FC model, youth FC model. We want elite FC model. We want winning FC model. We want the Minerals FC model. They've got failed mentality, failed transfers, failed model, failed directors, failed gaffers, failed everywhere, bruv. There's red crosses everywhere, bruv, all over the shop. We've got a bloodshed over Stamford Bridge, over Chelsea. They've literally just cut us head to toe, and the blood is just pouring all over our crest, all over our wonderful elite club. This is what we should be doing to them. We have to make a stand. This is unacceptable. It's unacceptable. Yeah. Anyone who accepts this, you get everything you deserve. Everything. You accept this shit, you deserve it. What comes? Everything that's going to come, you fucking deserve it. But don't say I didn't warn you lot. Yeah? Don't say I didn't warn you lot. And big up to Billy Esther Goatmore, man, landing it. They paid Casado right back to play Billy Esther Goatmore. Yeah? If Potter was backed, why didn't they go and say in January, we sold Jorginho, bring me Billy Esther Goatmore for 15 million? Fuck it, we'll pay a bit more on top and get him back at Chelsea. Come on, bruv. What are we doing here? They don't care. That was 9 million profit for them on the books. Every Cobham player's profit, 100% profit. We'll sell them. We'll get them out and we'll sell them off cheap. Doesn't matter. We're selling them for 20 million like us making double anyway. Let's have it right. I know these guys like Clockwork Orange, bruv. We'll get them fucking needles in your eyes, bruv. Yeah, so you can wake up and see what you've done to our football club. Yeah. We have been violated, spat on, shat on, cut, everything, disrespected. Man. And we're supposed to sit here and go, we love you, Boehly. You're trying. You're going to figure it out. Thank you. We're so grateful you're going to figure it out. Thank you so much. You're going to figure it out. Wonderful. It's exactly what I want to hear. We're Touched FC. Big up to Nick Smith. Big up to Julius. Big up to Chelsea Old Boys. Big up to Patrick Bateman. Big up to all the Arsenal lot in here as well. Some Arsenal supporters. Big up to Georgie Leftfoot. I know he's somewhere around here. Big up Bazyan. Everyone in here, bruv. Everyone in here. Landing it. Derek's in here as well. We've got Tony Tiger. JP the Dog. Danny Dye I've mentioned. We've got Daryl. Everyone's in here, bruv. Big up to Hannah. Big up to everyone. Literally. Big up to all you guys. Big up to Alan. Big up to Aaron. Everyone. All my Minerals FC Ultras, mate. Mickey Droy Boy. Come on, Mickey Droy Boy. Big up to you, geezer. Big up to you. Listen, guys, smash the like button. Hit that subscribe button. Respect every single one of you supporting the channel, bruv. Respect every single one of you. But listen, tonight has been a blockbuster. A blockbuster. Blockbuster. The main event. Super Minerals landed. Super Minerals landed. You know, what are we going to talk about Bournemouth? I mean, what? Fucking hell, Bournemouth are in form. Where's Bournemouth now? That's right. Crying out loud. I can't believe I'm saying this, mate. Let me have a quick look at the table. We are 12. Bournemouth are below, level points with us. They're level points with us, 39. If they beat us, we'll have a game in hand still. But they'll be 3 points above. Oh, my God. Level points with Bournemouth who've come out of relegation. They've been near the bottom. They're creeping up. You got Wolves on 37 points with a game played, one more game played more than us. West Ham are 34 points. I mean, it's tight, man. Leeds are on 30. Relegation points are 30, 29. Southampton are down. So Everton's on 29, 30. We're only, 9 points above? With 5 games left. Oh, my word. There is serious. You know what I mean? We lose every game. We're in trouble. We're in trouble. I don't even want to put that narrative out. I don't want to think about it. It gives me goosebumps. It makes me sick to my stomach to think about relegation. Oh, my word, that's disastrous, bro. I mean, listen, we get relegated. The Championship pay that club 200 million. So it's a lovely kitty for them to invest into, reinstill for financial fair play. No, jog on, will ya? Jog on. We need a point. We're on the road to 40 points. Let me remind everyone, since March, we've had 3 gaffers, Potter, Bruno Mars, Frank Lampard, and with those 3 managers, we've gone from 38 points to 39 points. We've won 1 point within 3 gaffers. That is disgusting. There's not the players' fault. I don't want anyone blaming the players. It's nothing to do with the players. It's not their fault. It's not even, to an extent, I can't even blame Super Frank to an extent now. I just can't. He's out of his depth. Once you let these owners undermine you, you're finished. You're done. That's what's happening. There's no respect. There's no we are Chelsea. There's none of that. It's gone. It's out the window. Dispersed. So here we are now. We need 1 point out of the 5 games. Sorry, 4 games left. What am I talking about? We've got 4 games left. This is the problem we got at Chelsea. It's shocking. Everything about our season is shocking. It's disgraceful. And we need to, us together as supporters need to come together. We need to be on social media and land it. I'm going to do more Twitter spaces, a lot more Twitter spaces. I'm going to play Twitter spaces and keep the narrative on social media for people that don't come on YouTube or don't have the time to be on YouTube. We need to hit every platform like the owners use all their tools and their pawns to push out narratives on every platform. We need to do it as well as the Minerals FC, and we're going to continue to do that. So, guys, make sure you do go on Twitter Spaces. Make sure you do write in the comments and land the truth. Nothing can stop you from landing the truth. You should be landing and tagging them everywhere on everything. Yeah, Clear Lake Capital, Todd Boehly. Tag them, tweet relentlessly. They see it all. They have their little admin staff that go across these Twitter spaces in burner accounts. They use the Boehly account when they want, yeah, because that's Boehly's account. But he's staying well out of it now because he'd get roasted, yeah. The Ida fan, is it? Well, we're the Ida fan. We're the true Ida fan, and we land it everywhere we go. So Twitter spaces, you get on there. You land it on Twitter. Great platform. Do you know what? I was one of the first Twitter accounts to be given a Twitter space as a trial, and it was the best thing ever. And I used to do a lot of them. Since I've done my YouTube, haven't been able to do as many, but I'm going to do more now. It's the right thing to do. And we land it on all platforms, and it's international. Everyone international hears it on Twitter space, like YouTube. But Twitter's easy. The accounts just pop on, they listen, and you get all the big accounts on there. Apparently, I had Google in my last Twitter space. We had over 5,500 people. We can hit the numbers there on Twitter. We can hit the numbers on Instagram as well, and TikToks and all that. Make your videos. Be a content creator. Land it. It's about the voice, the opinion. Speak the true narrative. It's so important. They do it to us using their large platforms. Well, we'll do it. We'll do it. Could do it every day, every night, 24/7. We land it, guys. We land it. Yeah. Danny Dye says, Johnny, sad fact I have for you, Haaland scored more goals than our entire team. Imagine that. Shocking. Absolutely shocking. Absolutely shocking. Big up to Ashton White. Big up to Cog A. Who else? Let's see who's in here. Let's see who's in here. Hit that like button, guys, as well. Big up to all you lot. This is where we are now. Guys, keep landing. I was in a space with PSG supporters because they're raving about take Neymar, take Messi. Well, Messi might go to Barcelona. I think he's got a done deal there to go there, and he's going to leave there. But you heard our PSG, they got administrators that pay accounts to push positivity. Romain Molina exposed the PSG owners. They're a disgrace. They're toxic, yeah? All right? But at least they're not buying just kids. They're buying superstars. They're building a team of superstars. They still want to win. They still want to win at the end of the day. But, yeah, they're not elite like Chelsea. PSG ain't elite like Chelsea. Let's have it right. We are. We got the 2 stars, bro. We got the 2 stars. Yeah. I was in a space with them, and they were like, do you think they're similar? I said, Boehly and Igbali are worse than your owners. Your owners are bad, but our owners won't even touch Neymar. They can't even buy Neymar. If they buy Neymar, they've got to sell 7 players just for his wages and transfer, or it's a loan. It's not happening. You're a long way from Starbucks. You think we're getting someone like that? Oh, Nick Smith's landing it. Big up CFC Stephen in here, Super Blues, JP the Dog. Every single one of you guys landing it, bruv. Every single one of you landing it. We're still waiting for our gaffer. Go and get us Luis Enrique. That's who I want. I want a proper manager, mate. I want a proper elite gaffer. I want a proper elite gaffer. And they're talking about sending Chuck Winnerals, Chukwemeka on loan next season. I mean, what is it? It's a joke, man. It's a joke, man. Shocking, bruv. Absolutely shocking. Let's land it, guys. This is what's happening at Chelsea right now. This is us right now. They've sold Chelsea's soul, bruv. We're soulless at the minute. Literally, we are soulless. We're gutted out. It's so sad. It really is. That's why I couldn't stream for 2 days. It's too much, guys. It's so upsetting that our club is in the mud like this. We want Jose Mourinho. Good shout. We want a real gaffer, a winner. Do you know what I mean? We want a winner, guys. We want a winner. Also, there's something I remember. Let me get it up. I want to big up Brad Smith, who sent me a Super Minerals last stream, and I never read it out. He said, get these clowns out. This isn't Chelsea. So big up to you, geezer. I didn't want to forget that one. Big up to Alan Hilson, who's a member for 2 months. My geezer, landing it as always, supporting. Big up to you. Big up to everyone supporting, guys. And I've got one more thing to play. Let's get it up. You know, Minerals FC's international. It's heard everywhere. Everyone knows about the Minerals, bruv. Every single one knows about the Minerals. Big up to Johnny, who I know's in here, always supporting the channel. He landed the Minerals, so let's land it, bruv. But at least it's only proper and right to show the respect that we deserve on the Minerals FC, guys.
As close as it's been this season, and as great as you've done to get to that point, you're still, when it gets to the nitty gritty, when you turn that corner and it says the home run on it, you need a set of different Minerals around that time. And up until that point, you play with a little bit less pressure.
Yeah, you need a certain type of Minerals, bruv. Yeah. Listen, we land it everywhere we go, guys. We land it everywhere we go. Let's have it right. And then I got sent this one as well.
You need, and it's not Evian, it's not.
Here we go.
The business part of the season. There's Minerals that you need, and it's not Evian, it's not, high waters, whatever it is, Highland. It's none of that. You need proper winning Minerals, man.
Well, the Minerals originates from the Minerals FC. That's what we are. But it's great. Prop it all you want, but acknowledge the general. Acknowledge the general, bruv. Yeah, that's all we ask. Let's have it right, bruv. Let's have it right. Yeah. You need people like me. You need people like me. Yeah. Big up to you guys. Big up to every single. One sec, guys. Let's have it right. Big up to every single one of you. Big up to every single one of you. Listen, big up to Patrick. Says all these man watch the streams quietly, Johnny. Up the Minerals FC. They do. Everyone's watching the Minerals FC. We land it everywhere we go. Without you guys, listen, it's not possible. So big up to every single one of you. I want you all to smash the piece of the like button. I want you to hit the subscribe button, notification button. Big up to all my members. Big up to all you guys down in the Soup Minerals. Big up to everyone part of the chat, everyone that's watching. Big up to every single one of you guys, yeah? But at the moment, this is not Chelsea. This is not Chelsea. They're a long way from Hollywood, Hooters, Red Lobster, Starbucks, all that jazz. But I tell you what, not a long way from Epstein, bruv. Epstein Island, bruv. Maybe they should go and pay the release clause for the old Maxwell. Do you know what I mean? Get that one in the dugout. Who knows? It is what it is, guys. But let's get the diggers out, as always. Get out on social media. Get out on the platforms. Get in other platforms chats as well. And you land your Minerals, you Minerals FC Ultras. Go in the other chats, even if it's toxic to listen to. Land your Minerals. Land it. Land the truth. Be part of the entire network, yeah? Like they do it to us, yeah? We all together, united. We have to stay strong. We have to fight together as supporters together, because there's too much divide, and it's the ownership that have created the divide. So we need to fight against that. That's the key. That's the key. All right. I ain't got agendas on people. I've got agendas on people that are destroying our football club or talking shit about our football club. And that's where I will not accept it, and I'll come for anything or anyone. Yeah. And right now it's the owners, and I know it. Knowledge is power. Let's have it right. And we land it on the channel. That's what we do. We land it on Twitter, Instagram, wherever we go, bruv. We land it, yeah? It's on TikTok. I put it on TikTok. You got it on Twitter, Instagram. We got YouTube. We got all the platforms. Do your Twitter spaces. Get out there, guys. Land it 24/7. 24/7. But push this stream out. Minerals were landed on this one. Fantastic. Thoroughly enjoyed it. It's therapy for me. I hope it is for you lot too. Big up to everyone that suffers with mental health or any issues in life. Whatever it is, you're better. You can get out of it. Dig out your minerals. Stay focused. Stay positive. That's the most important thing. We will fight for our Chelsea to make sure we get it back, so we can have it back to being our escapism and our joy. Because right now it's been a disaster, and it's so sad, bro. It's so sad. But big up to every single one of you, as always. Like, subscribe, all that jazz. And I'll see you tomorrow. As always, up the Chelsea, up Mills FC. Let's have it right. Keep winning, keep mudding the wrong uns, and we move. Right, Pride of London. London is blue. Let's have it right. Up the Chelsea, up the Minerals FC. Let's go. Have it right, Minerals FC. You got the minerals, yeah? Love it. Got the minerals, TT.
Hey, Johnny's got the fucking minerals, mate.